Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to Dead Space. I imagine we're just gonna walk right back to the tramway and go to the third level. I doubt I'm even gonna run into anything. Maybe we will. Maybe we'll see some of the people we met at the beginning. Like the lady who had blinded herself or been blinded. Like you can see the bodies have gotten up and moved. Or you can take it that maybe the game just despawned all of them. And then we went from a room with a store in it to a room with a store in it. And there's nothing here. So next area we go to, decent chance we'll again be traveling to a room with a store in it. Because I bet all these areas are exactly the same. Let's look around. This area is so small, though, it seems a little unlikely that you would even run into an enemy. So, Chapter 2 Intensive Care complete. Would I like to save my progress? Absolutely. Let's go ahead and get rid of the... Let's see, how is this gonna work? 218, this is where chapter 2 started, so let's go ahead and overwrite that. Now, this loading oddly doesn't take anything. Or at least it only took as long as it took me to decide if I was going to save.
And we're working on borrowed time here. First, there's no fuel in the engines. Second, the gravity centrifuge is offline, which means there's a couple of trillion tons of rock pulling us down. I need you to get that centrifuge operational. Refuel the main engine and fire it up so I can stabilize the ship's orbit.
So the whole place is falling down, being pulled towards whatever planet or largest body of mass there is around there. There we go. I was wrong. There is no ship. There's no shop here. Oh well. We'll probably run into a shop eventually. And I imagine we'll run into a mini boss fight at some point. Or again in one of these central locations. Arguably, I should start to think about saving fuel instead of selling it, but I'm not certain. Still, we'll just break all of these. That'd be an interesting story if it turned out that drinking that drink caused people to go crazy.
It's been 2 days since they pulled that planet open, since the captain died. The panic, the riots, they were nothing compared with what came after. Our friends, our co-workers started coming back. Changed, coming back to kill us, drag us away. Rucker disappeared this morning and I have to assume he's dead. My crew, they're starting to crack. I'm trying to keep an eye on them, but right now I have bigger problems. We're hemorrhaging fuel and the primary engine is laboring. Danvers and I are going to try to reach the fuel depot to see if we can fix it. Temple out.
So many doorways on this path locked. Let's see, can I pick up the can? I guess I can. Don't really need to save. Let's go in here. Ideally, suit level 2 is available. Already in inventory, so we didn't run into that issue. And I already have 6 power nodes. Which, okay. We'll now have 7. And I'm going to hold on to things, just bullets, just in case I need them. So I'm going to enter an area pretty full to begin with. Let's look at our map and see where each one of these things takes us. It may be that these elevators simply go in the same location. Same out. This one takes you... I'm not using the right controller. Takes you down to an area that direction. Come on, spin, spin, spin. This takes you to a different area. So we'll follow where we're supposed to go. I haven't seen a real benefit of exploring or going anywhere you're not supposed to go first. The interactions here are pre-scripted. Oh, you know what? I probably could have used telekinesis in the other area. And this is a door that was locked and it's blinking. And now there's bodies or suits hanging up. Power nodes.
What in hell is going on here? Danvers, Henderson, he's crazy. He's pulling his own teeth out. Henderson, for God's sake. Oh God, is he dead? Relax, he's alive. But he hit that door pretty hard. Man, why would he do something like that? I don't get it.
So, we don't know in this universe what their god is. We know Unitology seems to have embraced whatever the marker is as a message from their god or an item, holy relic. But we don't know if that's the only religion or just a major religion or anything like that. So we've been spending all of our money on upgrades, and it's going to, I think, prove very useful. So I'm at max damage. I have, let's see, a reload I can do, and I can do 2 more right now, which is this, and I'm gonna hold on to 1 node. So reload speed is at maximum, capacity has just these 2 to get left, and then firing speed has this and this to get. So that's 3 plus another 3, 6 more nodes, and we're done with upgrading the plasma cutter. After that point, it makes all the sense in the world to potentially just start down the HP route, increasing our health. As kinesis, probably not needed to ever be upgraded. Stasis, probably not needed to ever be upgraded. I'm not using any of those things. I could try to maybe start going down the damage route with some of the other guns, but I don't know. I don't know if how the money is really going to break up We're only on the 3rd of 12 chapters, and since the plasma cutter's already been almost completely upgraded, we're gonna have a lot of either extra money or the gameplay is gonna change. Something's gonna happen. See, in running towards that body and stomping on it, I also ran towards the creepy person. We are in a kind of hard to see area, very smoky. This might be the reactor. This might just be a random assortment of things. It's a rather strange way to do things, certainly. And here you have warning, don't cut off your fingers. To have enemies run away from you and effectively trick you into chasing after them. It's not something you see in games. Usually they just stand around and run. This game suffers from not really giving you many ways to play. Yes, you could use different weapons, but at the end of the day, regardless of what weapons you use to shoot off the limbs, the concept is clearly to shoot off the limbs and then stomp on the face.
Refueling sequence activated.
So I'm seeing a bunch of machinery parts of some sort, but I don't know what it's doing. Like, I have no idea what that just did. Fueling completed. I just saw a bunch of machines move around. So you can't really stomp those guys, which makes them a little more annoying to deal with. And let's look at the map. Still trying to get a handle on this whole thing. Seems like there's red vents specifically even telling you where you're going to run into enemies. Let's go ahead and just travel. Go ahead and get rid of that guy. We'll try it one way, and if it turns out that this path is just a shortcut to the other side and then you can run around, we'll try it the other way. We're hearing these creatures, but not really seeing them. Perhaps I often feel like in games like this, it feels like it would have been better and easier to just have the character walk near bullets and pick them up. In this case, it feels like that might be an issue. If you want to include the stomping, fine, but it should be maybe automatic.
Shut it! Engineering log, Temple reporting. Someone has shut off the fuel lines to the primary engine and damaged the valves in the process. They need to be repaired before I can reopen them, but we're running out of time. With the engine offline, orbit decay will begin in less than 10 hours. I just can't understand who would do this. If it's one of those crazy unitologist bastards, I'll break their neck.
Anderson said they were coming. We never should have let them live.
Shut up, Danvers! Help me with the tools. Temple out.
The area is a little dark even though I'm seeing it a lot lighter than you are, and so I'm still not fully. So it seems like the unitologists sometimes cause some trouble. Some might call it terrorism, some might call it just sabotage. There's a lot of bodies back this way. It's almost as if they eat each other or something. And I'm at an interesting point. If my gun is going to increase capacity to potentially 25 bullets, and then that's just it, then we're going to have some trouble. So what do we want to get rid of? We drop one of these and we pick up the schematic. And I don't even know what this is doing. Are we refueling again?
Refueling sequence activated. Sufficient fuel to fire primary engine.
Whatever you did, it's working, Isaac. I have a fuel reading. It's only a quarter full, but that's enough to restore orbit once you bring the engines online. What the hell? False alarm. Thought I saw something.
Oh, I'm sure you did. Nothing different over here. They've got quite the reach. Quite the reach. However, with my damage now, it's not as big a deal. Let's switch to all guns and just make sure we're full in all guns, because we certainly haven't checked that. That got me a few more bullets. And increasing the capacity, not a terrible thought. It wants me to go that way, and we already looked this way. Just to make sure, because maybe the game will be tricky and switch out some playing possum enemies. I'll have to make a decision now. Do I want to go... Either the game is going to tell me to go right, which is the way I want to go, or I'm going to have to go right just out of... I saw the guy running that way, but I don't think I had a clean shot. Alright, so it is going to make me go right anyways. And we've fueled up. And the wires there are designed to spook you. See, this looks like this might have been even a area, a doorway at some point. And we'll go in that direction. Even though this was unlocked before. Maybe you could have just done a side mission. See, this is another example where we don't want these guys wandering around. So let's... Not enough damage. Are we safe? I don't know if we are. Game doesn't seem like it wants to imply that we're safe. Alright. We now have a new schematic for the Ripper, which is a remote industrial saw. I don't understand that. Like, if I was to buy a new weapon, I have to put one away. Let's see. Start with the things we can do. Plasma cutter's worth 55,000. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this. I'm going to sell stasis packs because I don't think they're worth it. And the small med packs are worth 1,000, so I'm gonna move a couple of these. So this and sell this. And we'll sell a stack of pulse rounds. And unless I was going to take, say, the line gun, or just like the pulsar rifle, and move it, I guess I couldn't make the Ripper now. And we'll just hold on to that and see what happens. And power node, we need a couple more to get a power node, and I kind of want to do that, so let's see. Sell the plasma energy, no. Sell a couple of this, I'll sell this. That gets me enough to be able to afford one more node. Not too bad. So this is the Ripper. Let's see what it does. Well, we'll actually just hold on to it and see what it does on the first enemy we run into. See, I just don't know. I don't know if we're ever gonna come back to that door. Or that door. Oh man, I needed to use some health too. So instead of move, I didn't realize I was that close to dying. And at that point the music stops. So the music sort of related to your health. We'll want to see what the alternate fire here is, but I imagine, like, compared to the default gun, and this happens in almost all games, the default gun is the gun to go with, because you can't program your game around the concept of finding one piece of equipment that potentially a significant portion of your player base might not find or might not be able to afford.
This is Temple. Now the centrifuge is offline. We've got 4 trillion tons of rock hanging off our ass, and without that centrifuge to balance the ship, the gravity tethers will pull us straight down to the colony. I'm heading in there now to see if I can fix it.
Money. And there certainly was some areas, like, that strike me as places we must have to go into later. Like, I thought we'd get credentials to enter a certain doctor's office in the area, but it didn't happen. So as far as upgrading the Ripper, yeah, it's another weapon we could upgrade. So I want to do 2, which means this one and this one. I want to hold on to one node. One more capacity upgrade, and then a speed upgrade for one node, and then 2 more for a speed upgrade. That gets us a fully upgraded plasma cutter. I don't think we're going to ever need anything else, and then we're just going to go down towards health. We've wasted money certainly by buying these weapons, but maybe not, because there's no guarantee we would have gotten any weapons, bullets for weapons until we had the gun. And so decon chamber, this is gonna work perfectly, right? No aliens are gonna appear, nothing like that. Yeah, right. I'm gonna turn this on. I'm gonna be trapped in this room, and people are gonna attack me.
Sequence activated. Please stand by.
And it's coming everywhere. There's quite a few coming from that way. So, do they just like know? Do they sense it when you decontaminate it, or has the decontamination chamber been infected? So, you fire that, and it's a telekinesis buzzsaw. Actually, probably pretty useful. And the alternate fire is pretty good too. just got some buzzsaw ammo for the first time.
Decontamination sequence complete. Thank you for your patience.
So, not too bad. Health is a concern though, so maybe instead of getting reload speed up, I should get a couple of extra nodes and start to try to encourage more of that. Also, if I just had a suit level 3 that has to either unlock through a schematic or something, or just a certain level of gameplay being completed, that would be rather helpful. Alright, so as this looks, going this direction is probably worth it. I hope. I haven't saved in quite a while, so if there was something that was going to turn out to be a instant kill for going the wrong direction, that would be very irritating. And there is something about Isaac's outfit. It is kind of bulky, spacesuitish, because that's what it is. There's more of these. But gold semiconductor was selling. And we take this. I think it is worthwhile to save at this point. And how will we do this? Let's see. I think the second one is going to be all of our overwrite saves, where the new save slots will be the beginning of each level. Let's see, how much health do I have? I have enough that I can do this. And a medium air can, small air can. Just 3 more slots of space inventory would be so much helpful.
Exiting zero gravity.
Did it say
zero gravity.
Exiting or entering? Make up your mind, game. For me, I'm entering. So there's a big old flesh creature there. Let's see. Let's not trigger things until we're, or at least try not to trigger things. I guess that guy was so close I could have just stomped on him. Let's see, I see what this guy's trying to do. Why did that not quite work? Oh, because I have to stay as and connect.
Generator module attached.
He's down below me. Because of that, he can't figure out a way to get to me. now I've got this dead body all wrapped around me. Kind of in a weird position because like there's no oxygen recharge needed right now, so either we come back to this area later or something. This whole thing I think is gonna spin eventually. This elevator would bring us back up to that platform, which I suspect means that I guess you can't even activate the platforms right now. So instead just jump up it like this and look from this bizarre angle down to this. And there's nothing really in this room. So
Centrifuge activated.
Start the centrifuge.
Reestablishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
Right. So there's my stasis recharged. I should have done that before. Now I have to use this.
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
And the game is kind enough to save.
Activated. Reestablishing balance with planetary cargo. Gravity restored. Entering vacuum.
I do need the stasis refilled. But
You're doing great, Isaac. Centrifuge and gyros are both 100% and stabilized. Now get out of there and focus on the engine. I don't know how much time we have left.
So I have to run through here, and each one of these is another opportunity for me to run out of oxygen. I may have to just use an oxygen tank. Or never mind, just refill your oxygen tank here. He's as good as dead. I imagine that was intended behavior. Then walk around here, and conveniently this elevator is in the right place. And there's nothing else we need to do. So we walk through here. And we make it out. There's some ripper blades. How did we not see those ripper blades before? And we're introduced to something new. And look how that is animating. That is not supposed to fade that quick, I bet. That took way, way too quickly. So giant tentacle creatures. So not only do the necromorphs come in that fashion, but they come in bigger worm-like fashions. We're supposed to go this way And we already went this way, so I don't think there's anything, any secondary reason why you'd want to or need to go that way. I'm still expecting that well, what would we call it? I'm expecting that 3rd level suit to happen pretty quickly. See, we could use a health, and that won't fill us up completely. We need to sell gold semiconductors and all this. We have 1 node, so we can upgrade 1 more thing, but we have 12 Ripper blades. We need to deal with that too. I believe our objective now is just to get back to that central place, and then we have to go ignite the engine. So does that mean we're going back to an area we've already been to, or are we going somewhere new? I assume we're going somewhere new for that sub-boss. As far as collectibles, we didn't really look and see if we got everything on the previous chapters. And we didn't. We missed something. And I kind of knew I missed something, honestly. And we missed something in chapter 1 too. I'm a little surprised about that. Let's see. Suit level 2, armor 5%. Getting more armor would be better than having more inventory, because I'm wasting inventory now, potentially having to hold on to health packs. And this is on easy. I can't imagine. It's probably a lot more difficult. And see, obviously we're going to go through here and go through decontamination again and cause something to attack us again. And we will do that next episode. That's it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.